Well, hi there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nancy. I'm an occupational therapist, and on this channel we learn all things about occupational therapy, about therapy in general, about the healthcare system, get it into college, grad school, staying in there once you get there, okay? And as well as how to transition from being a student to being a clinician or a professional. So please go ahead and subscribe, join the fam. Come on. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram because I post a lot on Instagram, and I usually return a lot of your DMs and a lot of your questions. So I'll also leave my email down for you guys if you ever need any help with tutoring or mentoring or anything like that. Go ahead and contact me. All right, so today's video we are going to talk about how to write a personal statement. I have received a lot of questions on this, and I'm like, Lord, let me just go ahead and make a video and give you guys some tips and tricks on, definitely based on my experience. Okay, I obviously have been to college. I graduated college, and then I went on to grad school and got my master's degree. Okay, and so I know a little bit about how to write a personal statement, and I've also done a lot of different interviews. So I've worked since I was 15, so I have a lot of experience in the workforce. And you know, I actually made a video on how to like go through the interview process and stuff like that, because I've went through a lot of interviews, and that video I'm gonna link that in this video or down below for you guys to watch as well. But anyway, so with the personal statement, I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible because it really is that simple. Most questions that schools usually ask is, why did you choose the school? Or why do you want to be an occupational therapist? Why do you want to be a doctor? Why do you want to be whatever it is that you want to be? Okay, they also love to ask about have you been through any kind of like, what kind of unfortunate event have you been through and how did you come out of it, right? And there's definitely a reason why they ask each of these questions. They definitely want to know why you want to come to this school, because they want to know why you want to come to the school. Why are you picking this school? And there's so many other schools in the United States or outside of the United States. Why this school? So this is your time to research about the school and show them that you have taken the time to research. And Google is free. You know, go on their Facebook page, go on their Instagram page, see what they've been doing in the community and incorporate all of those things in your essay. With that why do you want to be question, I think they ask this question because they want to know. Once again, why do you want to be an occupational therapist? And this is also your time to really wow them. Like, you know, you could have been a nurse, you could have been whatever else. Why do you want to be an occupational therapist? Why do you want to be a doctor? Why do you want to be a lawyer? Why? So you have to go back and really be as genuine as possible to really, and be honest, because people can feel that. I can read something and see if there's honesty in it. I can read something and see the reason behind why this person is saying, if it's honest or if they're just throwing some things together just to sound some kind of way. So go ahead and think about why you want to be where you want to be. Okay, because for me, for example, I have a whole story of why I got into occupational therapy. So if you have a story, this is a great time for you to tell your story, honey. Okay, something that will have you stand out. Now, when they ask about the unfortunate event that you've been through and how you overcame it, they're really testing your problem-solving skills. They want to know if you can solve a problem, because this life will give you some issues. Okay, so they want to know, can you solve a problem? Can you go through difficulties and still come out triumphant? Can you still go through difficult things and be able to go through it? Do you have the emotional intelligence? They want to know that. So this is your time to tell them. This is your chance. This is like your introduction of your person to the reader. Okay, so this is your chance to really show them who you are at your core. Who are you? Okay, they haven't met you before. They usually read this before they meet. If they want to do an interview, they usually read this first. So this is like your intro, an introduction to you. So wow them, take that chance to really show them who you are. Okay? Make them want to take the next step into wanting to meet you for an interview as the next process, or even giving you admissions into the school. Okay? So this is your chance. Literally, take it. Okay? So you want to write an impactful and touching story. Something that will make someone be like, wow, I really want to meet this person. Like, wow, they've really been through a lot. Wow, that story is so unique. Wow, they're so strong. Wow, like you want them to read it and be talking about things like that, like coming up with things of that nature. Because if not, then it's like, if I read a whole 5 paragraphs of who you are, and I really don't really get a sense of who you are, I don't really get excited, I really don't feel your personality through your words, and it's like, why do I want to meet this person? Why do I want to bring them to the school? And I think a lot of people focus so much on the GPA, but GPA is not the only thing that admissions look at, and I know this for a fact. That's part of it, absolutely. But also, what is going to set you apart for someone who have a 4.0, if you have a 3.2, is that personal statement. Okay? You want to wow them. So any obstacles that you've been through, use your past. Use your stories. Don't be afraid of your stories. Don't be afraid of your past. Anything that you've been through that you're still standing, this is your time to talk about it, to shine, to let it out. People love a good story, a moving story, a touching story. Always pay attention to the beginning, so your opening statement, and also your ending statement, because your opening will want the person to keep reading, and your ending will not make them forget you. If your ending is like, whoa, it's like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna put this one on the interview pile, or I'm gonna put this one on the admission pile. So always pay attention to your opening and your ending statements. Once you wow them with the opening statement, you want to keep the reader to keep on reading, paragraph and paragraph and paragraph. You don't want to just wow them and then leave them hanging. You want to continue to wow them. You want to continue to want them to keep reading. Okay? You always want to be unforgettable. Unforgettable, unique, stand out. Those are some of the words that you want to think about. Don't repeat what you already have in your resume, because most times they ask for your resume and your personal statement. There's not a time to be like, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I'm hoping to get a master's in OT, and I took this and I did this. Anything that's in your resume, keep that on the resume. Don't repeat them in your personal statement. They already have your resume to look and see your GPA. They already can look and see that you have this degree and you took this class and you did this and this and this and then that. Anything that you cannot convey in your resume, this is your time to convey that in your personal statement. So if you did do a volunteer, talk about the volunteer that you did, the impact that you did, the change that you did, why you did it, and all of those things. Go into much deeper details if you want to talk about your volunteer experience. Okay? Other than that, leave it on the resume. Okay? Let's talk about the 3 W's. This is what I call the 3 W's. Okay? The 3 W's is the who, the why, and the what. The who, the why, the what. The who is, after you write your personal statement, you want them to know who you are. Who are you? Who is Nancy? Who is this girl called Nancy? I want to give them a little bit of introduction of who I am. I want them to be able to read that resume. I want them to be able to finish reading that statement and know me past my resume, know me past my GPA. The things that I've been through, my aspirations, my goals, my dream, what pushes me, my passion for life. I want to be able to convey all of that in that 5-paragraph personal statement. They want to know that you're a well-rounded person. Apart from your GPA and the fact that you're book smart, who else are you? Because anybody can read a book and know what's inside of the book. But who else are you aside from your GPA? Who are you? Why? You want to talk about your why. Why do you want this degree? Why do you want this thing that you're pursuing? Why? Why? This is your time to tell them why. Connected to your dreams, connected to a project, connected to some philanthropist thing that you want to do, connected to something that's inspiring, that will move people, that will change things. And if you're genuine about it and if you're honest about it, the better. The what would kind of give them a little bit of your steps into what you're going to do. Okay, I am going to be an occupational therapist and I'm going to do this. Okay, this is how I'm going to do it, and this is exactly what it is that I'm going to do, and this is exactly why I'm going to do it and how I'm going to do it. So you always want to think about those who, why, what questions, and make sure that you incorporate all of that into your personal statement. This is also another chance for them to see your writing skills. Does this student have the writing skills that they need to have in order to be successful in college, in order to be successful as a graduate student? You're going to be doing a lot of writing assignments, so this is the time for you to show them that you can write. The girl can write, okay? The girl, the boy can write. The person can write. They can write, they can articulate their sentences together. The grammar is on point, okay? Everything is on point. Everything is moving smoothly. You know when to put a full stop. You know when to put a semicolon. You know when to, you are doing your thing on this paper, and allow them to know that you have the writing abilities and you have the writing skills that will be needed when it's time to write a research paper, okay? So don't be so focused on the writing the story that you forget about the writing skills as well, because they're going to be looking at that as well. All right, so make sure there's no kind of error. Make sure that your grammar is on point. Make sure that you have someone proofread it. Okay, you can read it multiple times, do some drafts. Write it again, have someone read it. You can go to a lab if you have access to like a writing lab. You can do that. I think they have different things online too where you can like post your paper and have them kind of like go through the grammar and all of these things to make sure that it's right before you submit it, because that's important. They want to see that you took the time to actually write it. You took the time to proofread it. That also shows that you care. You care about how you present your writing. You care about how you present to the world and to the reader behind it. And you took your time to actually make sure that it's perfect. Okay, now before we end this video, please go ahead and make sure that you are checking out some of these videos. Make sure that you are subscribing to my channel. That is all that I have for you guys today. Please make sure that you come back next week for another video. Wednesdays and Sundays are my post days, so make sure that you come back, okay? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.